Hello and welcome to Williams TV here in the paddock in Baku. Your reserve driver's got lots of mates, hasn't he? Look at that. It's a nice busy table for him.
He's currently sat with all his friends, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to grab the mic? Go on. You can have that.
Again you?
Oh, there's lots of man love going on here.
Why
Hello.
have I got the mic? He's the presenter type person. Hi.
How was your morning? That was a bit better on the face of it, wasn't it?
It was a good morning. It was a very good morning. I think we got through all of the test program, and that's the important bit in P1. You know, P1's always really, really busy, and we had quite a few new parts to test, and we've come out of that with some answers. It's raised a few more questions, and we'll answer them in P2.
All right. Should we move this way? So this door's going a bit mad behind us. Are you going to tell us about door strategy?
Yeah, the strategy is to get out of the traffic.
That insights. That's why you pay him the big bucks, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, and I mean the forecast everyone says is for massively high winds for tomorrow and day after. That's what everyone else in the pit lane seems to be thinking. You look really confused. Does this mean you don't think so?
I always look confused. Well, I mean, there will be high winds, but the thing that you've got to take into account is we're in a street circuit surrounded by big buildings, so the effect's quite small. So I'm fairly relaxed about it, and plus I don't drive the car, so I'm even more relaxed about it.
Right. Okay. Robert, what have you enjoyed your time in Baku?
I'm also relaxed.
Yeah, you look very
But
relaxed.
actually, the only downside of high winds is that it will destroy Rob's haircut.
Which
He-
You've worked tirelessly
It's
on.
1 hour job.
Well,
every
I
morning.
I come from an office where we got Steve Jones with about 4 different hairsprays, so I could borrow one, I'm sure, if you
Yeah,
want.
thank you.
If you want. What about you? What do you think? Do you need
I
some
have
hairspray?
I don't
Are
need.
you right?
I did
Okay.
hairs before.
It's less of a problem.
Less of the problem.
What about Baku? Have you enjoyed is this your first time here?
Yeah, it's my first time enjoying, yes. Although this is kind of circuit that you would like to be driving and not staying out of the car. I'm a big fan of street circuits, although this is not 100% streets, but still it's not permanent track, so margin for mistakes are smaller, and room for mistakes, it's a tricky track. So yeah, it would be nice to drive, but still enjoying.
And Rob, have you got a fun fact about Azerbaijan, Baku? You know,
Oh, my fun fact for Azerbaijan. So you caught me on the spot, and I've just started to think of one. So my fun fact for Azerbaijan was last year we went for dinner in a really good restaurant at the end of the paddock, which is Paddy Lowe's favourite restaurant. And
It's a Russian.
it's a Russian restaurant. And we played a vodka drinking game with one of our dearly departed colleagues and another one of the young engineers. So the dearly departed, he hasn't dearly departed in that sense, he's just left the company.
just to be clear, he is
Thanks
still
very much.
alive.
Yeah, he is still alive.
Yeah.
And he was much loved, and he was from the marketing department, and we kept giving him shots of vodka, and we kept giving him, our dear engineering colleague, shots of water. And guess who was shunted in the morning?
Very good, very good.
That's my fun fact for Azerbaijan. I don't know whether it's.
Did you
particular
know
to
it's the
Azerbaijan.
windiest capital of the Northern Hemisphere?
Yes.
Did you? No,
No.
you didn't. There you go. That's my fun fact of today.
That's not fun though, is it? It's just a
No,
fact.
it's not. It's just a fact. Okay. Well, give him back the microphone. This is a terrible Facebook Live, really, isn't it? Right. We need to say something useful to the fans at home. So.
Well, this
Say-
is
This is not, is it?
No chance.
I mean, we've learned that
I can
vodka
say
is more
something.
lethal than water. It's
Yeah.
useful information
I-
for those of you drinking vodka at home.
I can say something, but it will not be useful.
Go on. we'll judge that. The world can
No.
judge that.
What I have to say about Baku,
Yeah. Sure.
useful.
Yes.
Go fast, don't crash.
Yeah.
Have you told them that? You see how
They know,
if you
they
pan
know
the
it,
camera across
they-
there, you see the race driver. Give us a wave, Sergey.
Yeah.
There you go.
They know it.
Oh,
They
look,
know
bang
it.
on cue. The door closes on him as well.
Wrong strategy.
You're happier now. Okay, listen. Let's talk about the rest of the weekend. You know, we've seen lots of people experimenting with wings and things like that.
Yep.
Let's get actually serious and offer some insight here. What's it like? The challenge of trying to choose downforce versus straight line speed here?
Well, it's a similar challenge to any other circuit. It's, you know, you're trying to go as fast as you can on the straights, and here you've got a 2 kilometre straight effectively from what is the last corner just out of sector 3 all the way to up here. But then you've got kind of a street circuit, so trying to juxtapose them two things is always a balance. There's then a major difficulty on top of this place in that the drivers are learning, because it's such a long lap, the drivers are learning the track throughout the weekend, and then the track's improving at a really high rate. So trying to do any kind of testing is always very difficult, and you've got to do, you know, you need good driver feedback, good simulations, and sometimes you just got to do it on gut feel.
Robert, I mean, we've seen McLaren and some other people try and practice the slipstream because it can be quite powerful in qualifying.
Well, yeah, McLaren is used to do it quite often. This year, I think, most of the times.
Yeah.
Bahrain, China.
It's not easy to manage, isn't it? You need teammates to behave, because every time I manage to do it, or try to do it, teammates fall out and there's a big argument in the truck afterwards.
Yeah, it's not easy to manage, and you have to find a teammate which
is willing to play the game.
Willing to play the game.
So, Rob, are you going to try a bit of that?
Well, I mean, honestly, it's something that, you know, you shouldn't leave any stone unturned. We'll definitely be following McLaren through the weekend. But it's always I mean, as Robert quite rightly pointed out, one of the teammates has to be willing to play the game, you know. And so, you know, in plain English, somebody has more of a downside than the other one. So, you know, we have to choose, you know, what we're trying to do here, and what the best way to get through the qualifying session is.
And I mean, it is a street circuit, obviously, we know, but it's not a normal street circuit, as Robert said. You can overtake here and stuff, isn't it? So track position not as critical as perhaps we'd have at other street circuits?
No way. I mean, it's a good place to overtake. It's not easy to overtake.
More important.
It's like a press conference.
It's better than yours.
It's a press conference. It's not an easy place to overtake, but it's not like Monaco, obviously.
All right, and finally, give him back.
Oh.
Just don't think you're running away, all right? Look,
your time is running away.
Okay, well, should we make this the last question then? Are you happy with that? Are you hungry? Have you had lunch?
No, actually, I didn't have even breakfast.
Oh, you must be hungry.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to rush it.
Okay, should we let you go for lunch then?
This is good strategy.
All right, listen, you go for lunch. Give him back the microphone.
Why do I have to stay?
Well, he's just clearly peckish,
happy.
isn't he?
He's just happy to be here.
He's just happy to be. Well, he's happy to talk to people. We saw him sitting with, you know, Billy No Mates at his table there.
Yeah, that was all the Robert Kubica fan club.
It was.
Yeah, sat around the table with him.
Okay, and
I'm joking, by the way, before I get...
Trust me, I think our Facebook page is inundated with the Robert Kubica fans. He's obviously in the car in FP1 in Barcelona.
Yes.
He's not been in a car for a little while. Is there, you know, what are your expectations from the team? Because as a driver, after 3 months, to get in and get on it, the car's evolved, things have changed. It's not the easiest thing in the world, is it?
It's not, and it's not certainly something that I wouldn't be able to do. But he's a professional driver. He's a great driver, and he'll get back. He'll be straight back into it. You know, he lives and breathes this sport and especially this team anyway. So he knows exactly what's going on. We've got a massively intense program for him on the Friday in Spain, and that program will then continue into the next week with him as well, when he'll be back in the car testing. We got really, you know, this is all part of our recovery strategy. And what we're doing in Spain during the weekend and the week after is really important, and Robert's going to play a big part in that.
Very good. Well, we will join you on the next Facebook Live on Sunday ahead of the Grand Prix.